pile.
And you use Karn to go get a bunch of different things. You can get Crucible World, so you can start Field of Ruin locking your opponent because it plays Wayward Sawtooth. You can get God Pharaoh statue, so they can't cast spells.
Oh my god.
I
I know what God Pharaoh's statue is. Don't move.
Yeah.
It's the one that makes your opponent's spells cost 1 or 2 more?
2 more.
Oh my.
Yeah, there's some nice ones in there, some technology.
So both players are going to start with a Godless Shrine tapped here. And here we're going to see the first of the many Thoughtseize-like effects that are going to be played in this matchup.
Oh, Derek's hand is not great here. If he loses that, I mean, you could take the hero, but then Soren gets it back, so it really just depends on Cameron's hand.
Yep.
But yeah, this hand is not very good from Derek's side. Definitely something you have to keep. You probably kept something that was, 4 lands, 3 spells, and drew a land off the top.
Yeah, I mean, where does Oath of Kaya hit? Does it go for anywhere?
Yeah, it goes anywhere, so you can hit Planeswalkers.
Okay.
That's definitely something you can do, but once Cameron knows about it, it's very unlikely he's going to go like Teferi Minus into it or something.
Right. So what are we looking for Cameron? What's Cameron's primary win condition going to be, like Teferi? Just looking at
Yeah, it looks like he's just like the standard control version of Esper. I'm just going to double check the list quickly. Yeah, he has one Teferi Time Raveler, 1 Narset Putter of Veils, 4 Teferi Hero of Dominaria, and 1 Liliana Dreadhorde General. So he has 5 win cons in the 4 Teferis, the 4 big Teferis and 1 Liliana. And just like a bunch of removal, counter spells, card draw, just what you'd expect out of an Esper control deck. After sideboard, he has another Liliana and Thieves.
Okay, just a bunch of good stuff.
Yeah.
So while the players were writing it down, I actually was playing Thief of Sanity in Modern recently.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
I don't know. I was playing in the sideboard, but yeah, it's not that bad.
I mean, I guess it's less bad if you draw it only 2 out of 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 in my sideboard because I don't want to draw it that bad.
Yeah. Are you playing Faithless Looting as well, so you can discard it?
I'm not, unfortunately.
See, that's what I do. Whenever I'm playing a Faithless Looting deck, I just put really bad cards in my deck.
Oh,
so that either they're like really good situationally, or I just don't have to think and can discard them.
I mean, that's reasonable. I understand you're on the slower end of players, so you gotta do anything to speed up.
Definitely.
So it looks like he's taking Soren here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you take the hero, which is pretty threatening, the Soren will get it back on turn 4.
Right.
And like, if Cameron has some sort of removal spell, this makes sense. Like, Derek's just like priced into playing the hero. Cameron's gonna untap, probably just kill the hero, or even bounce it with Teferi. That'd be pretty good. I mean, if you bounce it with Teferi, he gets Oathed, but I mean, it's probably not terrible. Oh, okay. Makes sense. Cry.
That's fair. I believe Cameron does have his 1 copy of Liliana Dreadhorde General in his hand. I think I might have seen an Absorb too. I thought the decks were moving away from Absorb, someone was telling me.
They should be because of Little Teferi invalidating counter magic, but it looks like he does have some. He has 3 Absorb and 2 Dovin's Veto on the mains and 5 counter spells. Definitely agree that it's gotten a lot worse with Little Teferi being in the format. But
so an interesting thing I think Derek played a different art of Watery Grave, because I believe he had 2 Gatecrash ones in his hand, and I think he might have drawn that one. I'm not sure though, but I know he's drawn a Isolated Chapel, so I think he's drawn 2 lands.
I see. What I've started doing recently, after David Rude mentioned it, is whenever I get like Thoughtseized or my opponent looks at my hand for whatever reason, I just turn those cards upside down, and then the cards I draw I keep right side up, so I know which cards my opponent knows about.
Right.
And that avoids the situation where if Derek did actually draw a different Water Grave in play, and if that's the one he played, which it looks like it is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, after playing that second Water Grave, or second Gatecrash one, you avoid giving away this information, which it can be crucial sometimes.
Right. This is a difficult spot for Derek to be in. Looks like he's looks to be pretty flooded, has no threats going on. Cameron says, all right, I'll just draw 2 cards then. Yeah. It's not really where you want to be against the control
It looks
deck.
like Cameron missed on lands off the draw 2.
Jeez.
But, I mean, he's not in a hurry. His opponent has no pressure.
Right.
Derek's just flooding out while Cameron has 7 spells in hand. Probably going to flashback this Chemistry's Insight, which has to feel pretty great. I can't imagine he doesn't do it.
He's going to discard. I cannot see. The glare is in the way.
Yeah.
I think it was a multicolored card.
It looks like a Kai's Wrath.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to draw 2 more cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty bad spot when your opponent's like missing lands and discarding relevant spells. Like, Kai's Wrath is probably the worst one in Cameron's hand, but Kai's Wrath actually does something in this matchup, so you're in a pretty bad spot if you're Derek.
Yeah, and it looks like Cameron did pick up an island here as well as the Drowned Catacomb. So it looks like he should be good on lands for the next few turns.
Yeah, it looks like it.
To see if he wants to just jam a threat into play.
He just went to discard.
Wow.
Discard another Chemistry's Insight.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Still have all these
Exactly.
ones. Jeez Louise. Derek's
Yeah,
fast.
Derek's just only on land go.
I mean, he could be on the Banefire plan. Play 21 lands, kill my opponent. And here we go, Chemistry's Insight.
Wouldn't be the craziest thing he's ever done.
Let's draw more cards, he says.
Yeah, so he's discarding the island, hoping to draw another land off this, which seems like fair. Like he's very likely to hit another land.
I don't know if I would even flashback the Chemistry's Insight there. I understand it's a use of your mana, but I think you can hold it off for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you know the lands and the spells in your hand are good. So
You're not really pressured to do it. Oh, that's quite a grip from Derek there. Two
Oh, man.
Oath of Kaya's, a Godless Shrine, a Water Grave, and a Drowned Catacomb. Sean, I'm no expert on Standard, but how do we win this matchup from this position?
I don't know. I don't think Derek really has a shot unless there's some sort of card I'm missing in his main deck, like I don't know, Neza Hall or something. Like actually, like that's the kind of card he needs here.
So maybe, Cameron can just basically play a small Planeswalker if he has it here, and then untap and play Liliana Dreadhorde General. Just look to close
I
immediately.
doubt he does that because he has an Absorb. I think he just played safe in this spot and hope your opponent doesn't draw like an Ugin or something to get back in the game. I think Cameron's so favored in this game. He just doesn't need to take any risks at all. I know he has a 5-mana Teferi in his hand and Absorb, and he doesn't. I think he went with this line because he doesn't have the 6th land.
Right.
But as soon as he draws the 6th land, he's going to go Teferi plus hold up Absorb, and it's just unlosable from that spot.
Game is pretty much over.
Yeah. I would not tap out if I was him here.
Okay.
It looks like he topped a card that has to be a land, in my opinion.
See, this is what I was talking about, though, the discarding
Or
island.
Dovin's Veto.
The discarding island line. I just didn't really understand why.
Yeah, there's no reason because the lands are good and the spells are good in that spot, so there's no reason to discard a relevant card and draw 2.
Yeah, you're not. You're also not pressured to use. You should save your draw 2s.
Yeah, I agree with that. It looks like he did top a land, so you should go to Fairy Plus into. Oh no, he's just tapping 5.
He's just slam boneying. Oh, all right. Hang on. We're gonna see if this man's a coward or not. Can he block warriors?
Okay. That's.
He slipped under the mat.
Yeah, he topped a masterpiece version of it. I don't even know what's the series called.
What? Oh, that is the Mythic Edition.
Mythic Edition. Yeah, beautiful card.
Beautiful, very expensive piece of cardboard.
Oh, there. Yeah, it looks like he drew a land off the Teferi. So now it's just Teferi plus hold up Absorb. Derek just can't really win from this position, I believe. But I mean, he's gonna play it out still.
Yeah. All right. So Derek might have drawn a good spell here, 6 mana, but that
It looks like a
Absorb.
Liliana.
That Absorb is going to make him quite sad. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he had to discard for he had to discard to hand size.
Okay.
But I mean,
Good play by Cameron, making sure he keeps things nice and legal.
yeah, maintaining the game state, as they say.
Absorb was probably the best. Dreadhorde General was probably one of the better draws from Derek there, and
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that he had an Absorb.
Yep. I think when you're in Derek's spot, you have to assume your opponent's going to counter it, but you can't just not jam it.
This is his one opportunity to really maybe sneak it in. So.
Yeah.
And obviously Derek not really playing much Magic today, or in this
Yeah.
game at least. All right, so
I don't think Derek has I think if Cameron draws literally lands, literally only lands from this spot, Derek can win. But that's the only scenario.
okay.
Actually, wait. Does Derek have an Elder Spell in the main?
I was gonna say that might be the out. We slammed the Elder Spell. This is
He has none in the main deck.
I think Derek picked up another land.
Derek actually just has no ways to kill these Planeswalkers, right? He has 2 Oath of Kaya, but one's already gone.
And he has no contempts or anything?
He has no Contempts. He has his own Teferi that can tuck opposing Planeswalkers, but that's it in the main. He has actually just no ways to kill this Teferi. Yeah, I mean, I just don't see a way out of this. Now Cameron can just slam Liliana. As soon as Cameron picks up something like Dovin's Veto or Absorb, the game's actually just over.
Yep.
Until I guess Derek has a little bit of hope if he draws perfect from here, but
Yep.
we'll see.
Not looking good here. I believe he would need a copy of In Garrick's Wake.
I don't know what that card does.
It's a 9-mana sorcery. I mean, this is not quite as good as the Elder Spell. It's 9-mana sorcery. Destroy all enemy planeswalkers and creatures.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. 9 mana. Or 7 mana. It's 7 mana, sorry.
I mean, if we're giving Derek cards, I feel like we can do better than that.
I mean, if you look at Derek's hand, I believe he does still have 2 lands. 2 lands, Oath of Kaya.
Oh man, we're at the point where we're just laughing at the player because he's flooding so hard.
Oh man, Derek, maybe
Feels super bad.
I feel like if Cameron gets the win here, I still want an interview with Derek after this game.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna ask him how he felt. You know, every draw step, you're hoping for the best possible. You're thinking about the cards you could draw to get yourself back in.
Yeah.
And you peel it, and you see the rare symbol, the mana tap symbol, and you're just like, wow, I could use another one of these lands for sure.
Definitely. Like I said, Derek's probably on the Banefire plan. I think that's the only way he can reasonably win this game. Sphinx's Revelation maybe would sneak him a win. Oh, maybe. What's that spell? The blue X spell? Finale of draw cards?
Oh, Finale of Revelation.
Yeah, that card.
That card might be spicy.
Yeah, it's a shame he's not playing it.
Do you think he can beat this Teferial?
I mean, does the Elder spell kill emblems?
Can you interact with emblems?
Where's my destroy target
Does
emblem?
in Garrick's weight kill enemy emblems?
Yeah, I can't say it does.
Okay.
All right, so just gonna go through the motions here, take up some planeswalkers, get an emblem. Derek's actually laughing at the Teferi emblem, saying, "Go ahead, still got 3 lands in my hand. Your emblem does nothing."
I'm at the point where, like, if I'm Cameron and I have a Wrath, I'm just gonna Wrath my tutus. I'm gonna draw 3 cards. I'm gonna exile my own planeswalkers.
Oh, of course.
Just to BM a little.
Just to rub it in a little bit. So if I was Derek, I think I would have actually conceded on the emblem because just to save time. Like this matchup can go long.
This matchup's super grindy.
So
I definitely agree with that. I'm not sure why Derek hasn't. Oh, he's just ultimating. Oh,
what does Liliana's ultimate do?
So your opponent has to sack permanents of every type and only keep 1. So Derek should be fine because he has 3 more lands.
Okay, all right.
Otherwise, that would have been pretty devastating.
So,
so we're in the play pattern, like classic play pattern, where you play a land and then your opponent untaps, draws a card, and exiles it.
Yeah.
Actually, Cameron can just exile both because he has the little Teferi out. We'll see if he goes for that line. I'd probably suggest doing it, but you know, Narset first. I like that.
All right, I think Cameron might have missed the trigger here.
Oh, the draw trigger? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I'm Derek, you know, I'm definitely fighting for this 1 land.
It looks like there's a missed trigger, so that's unfortunate. For Cameron doesn't really care though, even missed on Narset.
I'm still, I'm actually just super surprised that Derek has not conceded.
I think Derek felt like he hasn't played any Magic this game, so he wants to get some Magic in.
I guess. I mean, he literally drew last round. This isn't helping.
Yeah, the last thing you want is double 2 draws, absolutely.
Yeah. I think Cameron's went to discard again and discarded a Planeswalker.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still had all these. All right, there we go.
I think Derek could have saved like a good, 5 minutes or whatever. But, you don't have to concede, so.
Derek playing to his outs. Maybe his opponent will have to concede for some reason.
It's possible, like, there's always an out. So, like, let's say your opponent, like, has a heart attack.
Is there standings somewhere? We'll look to get some standings up probably after this round.
Let's say there's a meteor that hits the building.
Okay, sure.
But it's a small meteor.
Okay.
Like a really precise, targeted meteor. That only lands on Cameron's deck.
Oh, okay.
Cameron has no deck to play with.
He does not present a legal deck and you win?
Cameron will go to his draw step, and there will be no card there to draw. And in the rules of Magic, I'm pretty sure it says that Cameron loses in that spot. So, Derek actually outplaying both of us.
Playing to his outs. I mean, that's why Derek is a 2-time Mythic Champ Pro Tour, 3-time Pro Tour qualifier, I believe.
That's a lot.
That's more than I've ever qualified for.
Have you ever, I don't know if you or Derek, have you guys ever qualified for the same PT 3 times?
I can't say I have.
That's insane. I wonder if anyone's ever done that, because that guy must be insanely good.
That guy's insane,
Yeah.
but only for like 1 month periods at a time.
Exactly.
He's really peaked.
Yeah, thanks for that guy, I guess.
I mean, I think I could have queued the Pro Tour if I was on a team with Michael Van Vels too.
That's true.
The man is a literal legend. Shout out to Michael Van Vels.
Yeah, Michael put in work. Let's just say that. He didn't lose a single match in the Swiss.
Really?
He went 13-0-1.
Wow. Imagine going undefeated in the Swiss rounds of a Grand Prix. That'd be crazy, eh?
Yeah, imagine actually doing that.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone who does. That guy must be insane.
Yeah, forget a team one. Imagine going like 15-0 in a single, in a, what do you call that when you play by yourself? Like a solo Grand Prix.
Oh yeah, just a Grand, yeah.
Like just a Grand Prix.
Yeah, only a Grand Prix. Yeah.
Imagine doing that. That guy must be like you said, insane at the game. Definitely never misplay, especially not on camera.
Never, ever.
Yeah.
No, never. Never, ever.
Yeah.
All right, so let's sideboard here real quick. Enough memes. All right, let's look at sideboard
Yeah,
two.
let's get these deck lists up. So like I said, Derek's just gonna remove a bunch of removal and put in counter spells and
Elder spells.
Elder Spell and discard. So let me just pull up his sideboard. So I expect the Duress, the 2 Duress, the 1 D-Spark, 2 Dovin's Veto, 2 Elder Spell. I'm not sure about Ugin, probably. Ugin's like a good threat, but it's 6 mana. But I still think it's probably good. And 2 Narset, I think those cards will come in. I think the cards that are coming out are the 2 Basilica Bellhaunt, possibly the 2 Sorin, because they don't actually do much. 2 Deputy, 3 Mortify, 3 Tyrant Scorn, possibly 2 Othakar. Like, these are all cards that are reasonable cuts for the cards I mentioned to bring in.
Right.
And I think Cameron on Esper Control will definitely be bringing in the 1 Elder Spell, 2 Thief of Sanity. The Liliana I think seems pretty good. Possibly 3 Duress. I think they're probably good. 2 Hostage Taker, and possibly the 2 Teferi. I'm not actually sure how it looks from his side. Like, I don't know if you want to keep in cards like Cry of the Carnarium, because your opponent's going to be on things like Thief and Hero.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. I can see cutting the Kaya's Wraths and maybe keeping in Cry of the Carnarium instead, because they essentially do the same thing, except Cry costs 1 less.
Okay. Are you leaving in? You're leaving in Hero as Derek here though? Because Hero's just good enough on its own.
Yeah, I think Hero's a great threat. Like if Derek gets to play Hero on turn 2 and back it up with counter magic, like it's pretty hard to lose that game, I think.
Right. Okay.
And Cameron can't keep an infinite removal. Like, he has to respect. Like, the reason Derek is so well set up, I think, in this matchup is because he has a bunch of discard, a bunch of counter magic, and then all his threats are varied. Like, he has a bunch of planeswalkers and then a bunch of creatures that have to be killed. Like, Thief of Sanity has to be killed. Hero has to be killed.
Right.
So like, and all his planeswalkers are going to accrue insane advantage if they're not dealt with. So he's presenting all these threats that have to be dealt with, while also having his own interaction via Duress and Dovin's Veto.
Okay. But you know what Derek also has? 27 lands in his hand at all times. So I mean, like, we'll see. Well, hopefully Derek can draw a little bit better.
He might sideboard out too then in this matchup.
I would like to actually maybe get have a conversation with. I'd rather actually commentate a game that has a little bit more magic in it.
For sure.
Can't really say that one had a lot of magic going on.
It looks like Derek only has 24 lands in his deck.
Oh, really? He had all of them in play. Sorry, most of them were in the graveyard. But
That's on the low side too. I guess he has 4 Discovery Dispersal to help hit land drops. So I believe he had drawn more than half the lands in his deck in that game.
I believe he had. I think he had 12 in play before the Liliana ult, and then he still had 3 in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty insane. Pretty insane. What's that, like drawing 62.5% of your lands?
Wow, that's some quick
Was that
math.
just math off the top?
Holy crap! Imagine being good at math.
Dude, I don't even know if that's right, but this sounded good, right?
I believed it.
Let me do it. 15 divided by 24. Dude, look at that, 62.5%.
Wow. You're actually insane at math.
Just actually insane. I mean, I couldn't count to 185 earlier, but I can do the math I need to do.
I mean, you may not know how to play Phantasmal Image, but you sure can. You sure can.
Okay, that's low.
That was a low blow. All right,
I don't know what to do now.
I'm offended.
Kind of want to just leave.
All right, so it looks like Cameron's still shuffle up. Derek's sideboarding in some tokens, I think.
Damn, dude. I actually can't believe you brought up me misplaying on camera.
I didn't even watch that live.
You know I would. Wow, you weren't even supporting me live? Just constant daggers?
Constant dig.
Dude, you know I would never bring up you misplaying on camera.
I know, I appreciate that. Thank you. One of us is much more humble than the other. That's
Exactly.
because you're currently in the limelight and I'm faded.
Yeah. You're faded like some hollowed moonlight, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Whereas I'm still in the spotlight.
Like a Phantasmal Image. Wow. Harsh my mellow like that. So one thing I noticed, by the way, interesting thing about playing against Derek Pite, not actually a lot about Magic, but I played a lot of Magic against Derek Pite because we used to go to the same hobby store occasionally, like way back when. Mm-hmm. And every time me and Derek were ever playing, he would lean deeply into the table and stare into my eyes.
Yeah?
And try to disarm me with that winning smile.
How often did it work?
I mean, never. He beat me every time anyway.
Oh, that sounds like Derek.
Oh, okay. All right. So Cameron looks like he's ready to shuffle up. I assume Derek's going to take the. You're going to take the play no matter, right? Like you need to be the first one to cast your thought seize effect.
Yeah. There's no way you're taking the draw.
Okay.
Even in this limited format, like even if you have 2 slow decks against each other, you just have to take the play in this limited format because Planeswalkers, you get an extra card on the draw, but if your opponent's Planeswalker has to activate twice, that's already them being up a resource.
Right.
And that's going to happen much more if they're on the play. So it's the same thing in this matchup. Like, for example, playing a Thief on turn 3 when you're on the play, it's harder to deal with than if you're on the draw. Like, your opponent can have Confrascus Contempt if you're on the draw, but not if you're on the play.
Right.
So you have all these things going. I think Cameron's having a hard time sideboarding, and I don't blame him for that. He has a lot of options. Like, I think he has like 65 cards that are reasonable to present.
Okay.
And he's just unsure about how Derek is going to configure his deck and how he needs to configure his own deck to combat Derek's deck then.
Right. I see Cameron swapping out a card for a Duress, it looks like, and then I definitely saw the some Hostage Takers in the main deck, so we know you bother this.
Like, I believe the Hostage Takers and the Thieves are pretty good. Like, Derek can't keep in too much removal. Duress, I think, is a little closer. Like, you probably want some, but then it's like, what are you cutting? So, I'm assuming Cameron has some sort of experience in the matchup because the hero matchup is so prevalent.
Yeah.
So he'll be leaning on his experience to make that call.
Yep. Definitely a tricky format to play in right now, right?
For sure, yeah. It's also like, you're on the draw, like maybe you don't want to have things like Absorb because your opponent's going to have Teferi.
Right.
Like when you're on the play, you can hold Absorb before your opponent plays a 3-mana Teferi, but when you're on the draw, that's just not possible.
You just kind of want Dovin's Veto.
Yeah. I think he'll keep in the Dovin's Vetoes for sure. I don't know. It's tough. I also think like, these are the situations where conceding early helps a lot. Like Cameron's not sure how to sideboard, so he's taking longer than usual.
Yeah.
Which is completely fair. Like he has the time to sideboard. But if Derek had conceded like 5 minutes earlier, they wouldn't be as deep into the rounds as they are now. So that's a good lesson I think for people at home to it's okay to concede when you're losing. It's actually probably the better play in some spots.
Oh yeah. So like actually. I'm actually the master of conceding early. My people often call me Mr. Scoop early because sometimes my opponent will play a land and I'll just concede on the spot.
Yeah, I mean lands are definitely hard to beat. As you saw in game 1, Cameron was really up against it because
really up against the ropes.
Yeah, because how many lands Derek had. Not really sure how Cameron pulled that one out, but it had to be when he killed all of Derek's lands. Like there was no way he was beating them otherwise.
Yeah, it was close because Derek still drew us another land, right? He still had lands in his hand, so he could have played a hero and just won the game with that.
Exactly.
Like the game is not over, right?
A hero to come save the day,
Yeah, but I definitely would have conceded honestly when the Liliana hit the board. I just don't think there's a point playing that game anymore.
You're just pretty dead at that point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As Ryder Rakdos said, it's okay to concede when you have 15 lands on board.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a mantra we can all live by. I actually have that on over my bed when I go to bed at night. Every night I look at it.
You know what? That's amazing, dude.
And every night every time I play a blue-green ramp deck in Standard and I have 15 lands on board and I'm about to Banefire my opponent for 16, I concede.
Okay. All right, looks like they're drawing their opening hands and Cameron has to take mulligan this time. His hand looked pretty expensive, not very many lands.
Well, I mean, he's got a lot of foils in that deck. Damn,
does he?
Looks very expensive. You saw that. You saw that.
I didn't see that coming at all. Saw the Teferi, but not that coming.
Is that the detective? Sean, are you the detective?
I am the detective, actually. Yes.
Okay.
Is that the detective? See Marcus the Bow in the chat. He's out here. But yeah, I'm actually working pretty hard right now, and it looks like I might be getting promoted to Chief Inspector at Dollywall.
If I solve the case.
Yeah, I have a few more cases to solve, but it's in the works, as they say.
So I gotta ask, John, where did that nickname come from?
So I caught a guy cheating against me at the Mythic Championship playbook.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he drew an extra card off Crisis, and it looked like pretty premeditated.
Yeah.
And then once the judges looked into it, they saw that that had happened previous rounds as well.
Yep.
So they DQ'd him, and Andrew Robert Abella was there. And he's like, shut, you caught a cheater. He's like, you're the detective. You're Detective Dolly.
Detective.
And then somehow that just stuck. So,
I mean, that's a great nickname.
I was branded by my fellow teammate. So, all right, looks like Cameron kept a solid 6-card hand, scrying to the top. Hopefully we'll have a nice, back and forth game.
Yeah. Both players will play some magic after that 7 minutes of downtime.
Yeah.
Both players are going to play some tap lands, as they will. Derek's going to hopefully have a, a hero or a discard effect.
Do we have time in round anywhere?
It's posted near the back.
It's over there. So it looks like we have 19 minutes and 30 seconds in round.
These players in the feature match area might have a small extension because of delay. But look, that's where Derek wants to be. He wants to be playing the hero.
Down. Yeah.
Cast him down. Some hero, not even legendary.
Can't dodge cast down. Actually, I was playing Azorius aggro recently.
Yeah.
And I was playing Tomic because it dodges cast down.
It's a 2/3.
Moment of Craving. Cry Carnarium. It's the tech. Maybe that's what Derek needs to move towards.
It's the Tome tech.
Yep.
All right, so you saw Cry Carnarium cleaning up a Thief of Sanity. Pretty good so far for Cameron, who wants to just stave off these threats.
Yep.
We'll see if Derek can keep laying it on thick.
Ooh.
Another Thief and a land.
That's powerful.
All right, so this might just...
Cameron's cast 3... Oh, okay, there it is. Sorry. There's the third one. I was about to say, Cameron's already cast 2 answers, so it's unlikely that he has a third. But there it is. That's the third one.
Let's see if Derek has a land here, can play this Teferi and really get to start going.
Does he have the 5 minutes Teferi in his hand?
He does have the 5 minutes Teferi.
Oh, I mean...
I'll take
That's
2.
insane.
Oh, there we go.
If he has Dovin's Veto, the game is very much in his favor. If not, Cameron has some draws to kill this Teferi. But it's still just very good. Like, Cameron's forced to answer this immediately, or Derek's going to start running away with this one.
So this reminds me a lot of the old Teamer Energy mirrors in Standard, where someone would play a Chandra, uptick, make mana, and harness lightning something, and you just feel like you can never win. Your opponent's got a Planeswalker, and you have nothing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And it looks like Cameron's hand is all counter spells and Planeswalkers. Looks like he has an Absorb, a Dovin's Veto, his own 5-mana Teferi, and a Liliana.
Does he have any more lands, though?
Nope.
Oh, Derek just taking up.
Yep.
So now who's the control deck? Am I right? Like Derek's sitting on the.
Looks like a Thought Erasure here, possibly.
That would just be insult to injury.
Yeah, I think Derek knows this is getting countered.
I think Derek's probably okay with that.
Yep. I don't know if I'd like not casting Absorb here.
Okay. Yeah,
because if you Absorb, then if you draw a land, you can go Teferi, uptick, hold up Dovin's Veto.
Right.
I don't know if that's correct. I mean, like, your opponent's... If you draw a 5th land, you might just Teferi tick down on your opponent's Teferi anyway, though.
Right.
So that's also fair.
And you see, Cameron does not have an answer to this Teferi after the Teferi of his own got discarded. Derek has 4 untapped lands, surveilled a water grave to the graveyard. Cameron's kind of up against the ropes here.
Oh, that's a Contempt right off the top. Oh. Does he have a Dovin's Veto in hand, Derek?
Derek does not.
No.
Now we have a game again.
Yeah. This is close now, because Derek doesn't seem to have any more threats, from what I can see, unless he just drew one, and he'll take a Duress and a land.
And Derek not wanting to duress, probably looking for a threat first.
Yeah, I don't think you want to duress in these spots, especially since you know your opponent's hand. Like, they had a Dovin's Veto. Sorry, they had an Absorb and something else.
Cry of the Carnarium.
Cry of the Carnarium.
Yeah.
They drew a Contempt to hit your Teferi, so you know they can't have 5th land and Teferi. Like, they can't draw both cards. So there's no reason to duress.
That's a search for a scanner, which is going to be really powerful right now in this stalled out board.
Yeah, this is actually like swinging into Cameron's favor somewhat. Like, I didn't think Cameron, not that Cameron was out of the game, but I didn't think Cameron was in a great position. And now I think Cameron actually just might be ahead if Derek just doesn't have anything in hand. Because, I mean, Cameron's Searcher is just going to flip next turn.
So I believe Derek drew a Surveil, or what's that card called? The 2-mana.
Oh, Discovery Dispersal.
That card, yeah. He drew a Discovery Dispersal, I believe. So
he's trying to figure out if he wants to cast Discovery or Dispersal, I guess.
Like, he can get rid of that search for a turn. So Cameron does have 6 cards in his graveyard. So it is tempting to get that off the field. Does Derek have any copies of Field of Ruin in his deck or no?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
I guess he could. He's also trying to figure out if he wants to duress instead of casting Discovery Dispersal first.
He's looking for a Planeswalker. Oh, those are 2 good cards.
Yeah, those are great.
I think that's a small and a big Teferi. Big and little brother.
And actually, Cameron not casting Absorb is coming back to bite him here as well.
Yeah.
Because if he was able to hold up Dovin's Veto in this spot, he could, counter this Teferi if it comes down, not knowing about this duress.
Of course.
But having Absorb means that's not even possible.
And
so I think if I'm Derek, I'm just snap taking this Absorb, playing my Teferi, minusing on the Search for Ascana, and being in a great spot.
No, that seems like what I believe Derek's going to do. They say great minds think alike, so. Yep, there we go. That's the tuck.
Good old tuck.
Good old tuck frump, am I right?
Yep.
Oh, a little spill action going on here. Judge probably going to be called to resolve this issue.
Yep, that's less of a tuck.
More of a muck.
More of a muck, yes.
I'd like to muck your car. Knocks the deck off the table.
I think this is a pretty easy fix. It looks like you can tell which cards fell in what order. Like the one that Cameron's pointing to is the card that should be there, and yeah.
Yep, should be fine. Should be a simple fix.
Yep. So we'll see what the judges do.
Our beautiful, wonderful judging staff here at the Mythic Championship qualifier, sponsored by Harry Tarantula and Chimera Gaming, should handle this in quick fashion. We should get back in the way.
Making sure everything runs smoothly. So we can get back to the action.
More of a waterfall, less of a tuck.
More of a waterfall. Yeah, I'd say that's an apt description for what happened.
So I was actually talking to a judge earlier. Sorry about that. I was talking about a judge earlier today, and they said that you were actually quite well versed in the rules of Magic the Gathering. That you would know more than the average person would.
I would?
Yes. Big compliments coming out from one of the. I'll let them remain nameless, but
okay.
At least 3 of the judges said that you have a big brain.
Oh, I have 3 judges said I have a big brain.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have a huge brain?
Yeah.
Do the 3 compliments combined?
Galaxy brain, really.
I have a galaxy brain.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not to toot my own horn, but I'd say that's probably accurate.
Okay. So it looks like the players the judge ruling was, I think Cameron's just going to end up shuffling his library. I don't know if any other cards were known about, so it's just a simple fix. And then we're gonna tuck that search right 3 cards down.
Yep.
What do you think of that? Seem that good for you?
Yeah. All right. I like that. I guess there's no way to know which order the cards fell in, so shuffling it makes sense.
Yep.
And like you said, there's no card scratch at the bottom or anything, so we're ready to go.
Pretty simple solution.
Gonna give that search the tuck.
Give it the tuck. Have a good night, search. We're gonna tuck you in real nice. 3 sheets down.
Exactly.
And then I believe it's going to be Cameron's turn after that. Hopefully Cameron can peel another wonderful Vraska's Contempt.
Yeah, he needs an answer this turn. That's another search.
It's actually a combo because he can put the other search in his graveyard later. Not yet, but next turn.
I don't actually think he can.
You think he's just going to flip it?
No, because there's already 7 cards in the graveyard, right?
Yeah.
So he'll just flip it.
Yeah, but he has the option.
The next card is not search though.
Yeah, so you just choose to not flip your search.
I guess. I don't know about that play.
I guess you're just not quite on my level, Sean.
Okay. You can just flip your search and then activate it to get rid of the other search. that feels like a little better.
A little bit better. So interesting enough, actually Derek bouncing the search with the Smalt Fairy, that's going to give Cameron the opportunity to scry the search to the graveyard next turn.
Yeah, dude. I guess you're just right. How could I have ever doubted you?
The plan is coming together. Cameron getting a lot of
fruition, as they say.
Cameron's getting a lot of support from the chat right now. At least 2 people have commented. Chat, any background on where Cameron is from? I'd like to see about his local game store. Just curious about it. So the search going to be played. Teferi going to uptick. Other Teferi probably also going to uptick. I imagine you're not just going to leave your Teferi at 1 for no reason.
So I'm looking at Derek's deck list. I think his only answer to search is Mortify.
And Ugin.
I missed that one.
I believe Search for Scanna is in fact 1 or more colors, so that's going to be XL. He's from the upper hand. Okay,
that's pretty insane.
Looks like Cameron, maybe from the upper hand, right now does not have the upper hand in this matchup. Is Ugin going to smash away that Search for Scanna? Going to throw that right in the garbage can?
So now if I'm Cameron, I'm thinking about conceding.
Yeah, honestly, you should to save time. Neither of these players wants a draw. Derek definitely doesn't want a second draw.
Yeah, like if you're in Derek's spot and you get another draw, you have to win out from that position. Yeah. It's just not something you want to put, like a situation you want to put yourself in.
We know Cameron definitely doesn't want to draw. So neither player is really happy about this position, probably. I mean, Derek's happy right now, but he won't be in 12 minutes when the round ends.
Yeah, I think also if I was Derek, I'd be trying to play as fast as possible here.
Absolutely.
Like you're in such a commanding position, just activate all your planeswalkers, pass the turn.
Right.
Do what you need to,
Derek's going to get to manifest the top card of his library effectively. So, man, this new Ugin is absolutely crazy. His plus is pretty ridiculous. What's his passive ability is useless, right?
It makes colored permanents cost 2, or colored spells cost 2 less, so...
Colored spells or colorless spells?
Colorless spells, my bad, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, so mostly irrelevant. I think that comes up in the random standard decks that play Karn and Ugin,
Yep.
but not really.
And those
otherwise.
mono green prison decks.
Yeah.
So they can cast their God Pharaoh statue for 4 mana.
How do you feel about that? Ugin decreasing the cost of God Pharaoh statue.
That's not flavorful at all.
Yeah,
I think the mono green guy shouldn't win.
Actually, I have a friend that's playing Grixis.
Yep.
With 4 of each Nicol Bolas and 2 Ugin in his deck.
That's insane. That breaks my mind.
I told him that every time he casts Ugin, he's priced into minusing on his own Nicol Bolas.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I would stick by that.
So, I mean, and if you're priced into doing that, you probably just shouldn't be playing Ugin, but, you know, what can you do?
Yeah, it's interesting enough that Derek took a really long time with his previous turn. Just definitely needs to speed it up a little bit here.
Yeah, like, I think, yeah, like, both players are in a spot where they don't want to draw, like, they can't realistically draw, so they just really need a win. And if I was one of them, I would be playing in such a way that that's going to happen. So.
Moment of Craving, obviously going to take care of the Thief of Sanity. Doesn't want him getting any free information or any more card advantage. There's an untap here, 2 power in play.
Ooh, nice synergy between Ugin and Teferi. You can start Teferiing your own manifests to get the cards you want.
Oh, that's like a draw 2 cards actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that.
We're gonna just keep
I'm
manifesting.
like showing off my huge brain right now.
Wow, Galaxy Brain, by the way. So many walkers. You know what Cameron needs right now? An Elder Spell.
Yeah. I guess that's why he's still playing. If he draws Elder Spell and Derek doesn't have an answer, it's actually a way to win.
Yep. Oh, we got some tokens here. Perfecto.
I mean, and he is going to activate Search like twice. Like, if I was him, I'd just like activate Search right now and then untap, activate it, try to find Elder Spell.
Does he have one? He has one in his deck?
He should in his sideboard. I think he has 2 in his sideboard. I mean, I can double check that.
That would be a clean answer. I'm sure Derek might have picked up a Dobin's Veto effect. Even if, if Derek has some sort of like a duress effect, he can play it on his opponent's draw step.
Yep. Looks like he has 1 Elder Spell in his sideboard that like definitely came in.
Derek, interestingly, oh, maybe it didn't. Derek didn't really play very many cards last game. Maybe he only brought in land destruction spells.
That's true. Hella land destruction.
Derek looks like he played an Oath of Kaya and just went right to Cameron's Dome. Good old 3 mana, deal 3.
I guess he gets to Teferi, bounce it next turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, and deal another 3. I don't know if I would just fire that off here, but I'm sure he has a plan.
All right, we're going to see Thought Erasure revealed from Cameron from that Search for Azcanta, or the Azcanta, the Sunken Rune, rather. We're going to see if he can piece together maybe an Elder Spell play where he can duress his opponent and then set up an Elder Spell.
Yeah, I think if I'm him, I'm just activating Search for Azcanta. Sorry,
Azcanta, the Sunken Rune.
Azcanta, the Sunken Rune here.
Yeah. Derek's going to show him his hand of, oh, there's the Elder Spell. Bam!
Bam.
Big move.
Boom.
Boom.
I mean, you already have an answer to Thief in your hand. The second Small Teferi doesn't matter. Probably just take Elder Spell. Honestly, if I was Derek, maybe last turn I would have just Elder Spelled my Planeswalkers
And ulted your
and
Planeswalker.
ultimated my Teferi.
That's not bad. That would definitely close the game out. Like, Cameron is down on lands.
Yeah, and your opponent just can't interact because you have Teferi out, like Small Teferi out.
Right.
So you just do that and then alt Teferi, and you just can't lose when you have a Teferi on one in play.
Right. Okay. So he's just going to take the Elder Spell so he can't do that exact line. Now this game, the players definitely need to speed it up a little bit.
So what are you doing for Cameron here?
I don't know, conceding to save time probably,
Yeah,
honestly. Well, he's playing Teferi, so he's
I have the minus on your opponent's Teferi?
got a minus on the Teferi, the Ugin, and also. So what I would do is I would try to minus on all 3 of my opponent's Planeswalkers and see if he notices.
See what happens?
See what happens. Honestly, though, if I can answer honestly, you're probably tucking the Ugin to try to, like, if you want to slow the game down, you definitely want to tuck the Ugin. But if you're looking for a specific card, he probably wants to just draw.
See, that's why I'm not sure I like playing Teferi instead of just activating Search for Azcanta looking for Elder Spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Derek's just going to minus his Teferi on his opponent's Teferi.
Yep. All makes sense there. And then he's gonna probably tick down. Yep, there's the bounce the Oath of Kaya. Yeah.
I guess Derek realizes how much time's in the round, is just trying to kill his opponent now.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do it. round will definitely be over in short order. That's going to be take up, make another spirit. 4 damage going to come across here. Cameron going to fall down to some amount of life. We'll get those totals updated as soon as we can. Otakaya going to nug him for 3. He's going to gain Derek a 3 crucial life. Make sure he doesn't get burned out by any Banefires or whatnot.
Yeah, like we're really about the Banefire.
Really about the Banefire? I mean, man, what can I say? Oh man, that's another Teferi. You know what he's going to do with that? He's going to bounce his Otakaya. You know what the best part is? If Cameron had a Dovin's Veto in his hand, he couldn't counter the second Teferi because the other Teferi is still in play, so he couldn't counter the new one that's going to come down.
It's using your noggin.
Big brain. That's using your noggin. Cameron's just going to see what he can do.
So yeah, I think this is a situation where both players need to realize when to concede. Yeah. So
yeah, Derek should definitely concede.
Yeah, Derek needs to scoop it up here.
Honestly though, so Cameron looks like he's gonna, that could be a hostage taker. Ooh, a contempt you, and gonna slow the game down, I guess, making sure his opponent can't win. So, I mean, Derek still has the option to bounce out the Kaya for another 3 big nugs to the face.
I love the big nugs, dude. Wow. Okay. Well.
Oh, there's Cry. All right, we get game's not over yet.
Easy draw 3. It looks like Cameron tapped all his blue sources, so he didn't have the option to activate search.
Okay.
When he cast his 4-mana spell.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Good old MTG Arena auto tapper, am I right? Derek's gonna draw here. He's got a hero. Bam. I can be your hero, baby. Thought Rager you. He has no cards in hand.
Get a 1/1, get a Surveil.
I think it's not bad, actually.
He's kind of drawing a card.
Look at Derek's hand. He's got double Dovin's Veto in his hand.
There's your Fibblethip. So he made a 1/1, and he surveilled a land into the graveyard, which is essentially drawing a card.
Basically drawing a card. Perfect. Well done.
It's a build your own Fibblethip.
Build your own Fibblethip.
I guess Cameron can win in 1, but that's so unlikely.
It's so far away.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
There's too much time in round. Like the most likely outcome here is that Cameron's gonna they're gonna draw now because Derek's so likely to win this game before time runs out.
Yeah. And like Cameron cannot really reasonably take a draw. If he takes a draw, he has to win out, and even then his breakers aren't going to look great.
Yeah.
So here is a Hero of Dominaria.
A lot of heroes.
Gonna be revealed.
Sides.
Yeah, at least this one's legendary. Hero of Dominaria gonna be revealed. Derek says, "All right, I want to end this game. I'm gonna make a 1/1." Would you play that 2-mana instant speed counter target non-creature spell, make a 1/1?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's probably better than Fibblethip, and that's already a busted card.
All right, gonna swing 5 damage. Gonna come across here. Terry's gonna uptick. He's gonna play some lands, pass his turn. Hopefully end the game.
I mean, if I'm Derek, I'll just show my opponent the Dovin's Veto in my hand.
And if I was Derek, I would just show my opponent the Otakaya that's in play.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna return. All right. Cameron gonna activate as Kanto.
Yeah, like I think both players should be doing things to end this game faster or end this match faster, but.
And he's gonna look at them. Gonna reveal another Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Not the most. This oath will kill you soon.
It's just looming.
It's looming. Dude, he's played the same Otakaya like 3 times. Another Dovin's Veto is gonna say, "All right, I'm dead."
Yeah, let's get a check on time and round.
All right.
If that's possible.
One moment. We'll get a check with second time.
Oh, Jeffrey's too short. Oh.
All right, we're getting a quick check on time here.
You unmuted at the right time.
I want to make sure.
Perfect time.
I want to make sure we could definitely fill the air with your hot takes on Jeffrey's height.
Jeffrey knows he's not tall. Whatever.
All right, perfect. Not everyone can be Detective Tollywall. What can I say?
He's calling me Tollywall?
Yeah.
They really didn't sign up for this, but okay.
All right, so we're getting the time. We're gonna get confirmation on time. We're gonna see if the players have enough time to play. Derek noticed.
30 seconds?
Wow. All right. I think if one of these players can win in 30 seconds, it's Derek. Or if a meteor comes and hits one person's deck, as Sean correctly pointed out.
I mean, like I said, you always have outs.
Oh, 11:30. Okay, so there's 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game for time extension. So notably, Derek shuffled up and presented very quickly, realizing that there's not enough time really to diddle around.
Cameron has it seems like he's having a hard time shuffling his deck because it's probably double sleeve.
It's also probably very foil.
Yeah, during the like the time when he was shuffling his deck up for game 2, I'm pretty sure you got help from a judge to shuffle his deck.
Actually?
Yeah, like on stream, I'm pretty sure that's what we saw happen.
Okay.
So another thing is, if you're gonna show up to a tournament with a thick deck, you're gonna need to come prepared with big hands or a personal shuffle.
Honestly, as somebody who does not have very functional hands, let me tell you, I definitely cannot shuffle a large deck of Magic cards very well. How many copies of Judith are in this tournament? Not enough to keep me entertained. We need some big hands. Ryder, where's the hand emote? We need some big hands in the chat.
Send them big boys.
Send them big boys. We're just gonna both shuffle each other's deck. We're gonna get ready for the next round.
So, I know I keep harping on this, but if I'm in this spot, I'm just cutting my opponent's deck in half.
Yeah.
And presenting it as soon as possible.
Yeah, like honestly, like they just have to win this game as soon as possible. There we go. That's a hand right there. That's a Josh.
Is that a hand?
That's a Josh Peanut shuffle hand right there. All right, so Derek's gonna look at his hand. Probably gonna most likely keep almost anything as he wants to get this going as fast as possible.
Quad sleeve deck?
I've seen a guy show up to a quad sleeve deck with an F&M once. I think it was about 1.5 feet in like height.
There's no way.
Yeah, because it's hard sleeved and then triple sleeved inside. The deck's like this big. You would
like was it an EDH deck?
No, it was a 60-card deck. You'd shuffle it bit by bit. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I played against someone who had their deck in top loaders
Okay.
at a legacy tournament.
This guy had what are the screw-ins ones? You know the ones that are the cases that have screws in?
Like when you get your card graded?
Yes.
No, I don't know what those are called, but
I don't know what they're called either. We had one at the hobby store I used to work at. We had an Onslaught foil Delta in one.
okay.
Yeah, but this guy had his whole deck in those.
Oh,
It was a crappy standard deck that's probably $75. He probably
That's
spent
actually
more money
hilarious.
on the hard sleeves.
I would do it just for the memes.
Oh my god. Maybe your hands are probably
My
big
hands
enough
are large as well.
to shuffle that deck.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know. I think it's Daniel Long. I want to say
Yeah.
plays taking turns.
Yes, so he beat me at GP Toronto. Yeah, and his deck was massive.
Wait, dude, did you just say you took a loss at GP Toronto?
I did not the one you're thinking of. It was modern
I thought
GP.
you were like undefeated in GP Toronto.
I wish I was. I would have won more money. I only 10-4-1. I only got a crisp $250.
That's unfortunate.
Unlucky. We can't always top 8 GPs, right?
Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough. Breaking into the scene, top 8ing GPs. You know, I wonder what it feels like, but
Can you get a slow play warnings for how long you take to shuffle? You can if Derek calls on. I'm not like super crisp on the rules on slow play. I would call it if I was worried my opponent was taking us too long.
yeah.
So, like I think Derek might have actually done it. I saw a lot of like hand motions, like he was talking to somebody. So, and I know Derek's the type of person who would in fact do it because Derek's the person who wants to close out a game, right?
Oh yeah. There's no way Derek would ever, continue playing in a spot where he's losing. He's all about finishing matches in Magic
Absolutely. He's never had a draw once
in his life.
in his life.
I don't think he has one on his record. Ignore the the numbers below his name. But yeah, I don't think he's ever drawn in his life.
Yeah, that's why he's not an artist.
Okay. Moving along. Yeah, waiting for this match to start.
Unfortunately, yeah, Cameron's shuffling a little bit slowly, probably
Yeah.
a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Maybe I know he's mulliganing right now, maybe like feeling like, oh man, I gotta draw something good.
This is kind of insane to me though.
He should definitely be picking it up, hopefully. So we can get this.
Remember when you were saying that we might play Battle Box if the round finishes early?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I don't know if that's ever happening, dude.
It's all right. After top 8, we can play Battle Box on camera if we have energy left in our bodies.
Twitch chat, Battle Box is actually the best format of Magic cards.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys should look into that.
You know why Battle Box is great? There's no planeswalkers. I don't have to play the Elder Spell to deal with any of the permanents.
You just got some powerful creatures, some powerful non-creature spells that are not planeswalkers. You got lands.
Yeah.
Just everything Magic needs.
Okay, everything. Perfect. Cameron mulliganing again. Interesting.
So now if I'm Cameron, I'm actually just actively playing for the draw.
Yeah, seriously. There's probably 6 minutes left in the round. At this point for them, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I think your out is getting a draw.
Yeah. So it is definitely not looking super good for either of these players.
All right, Josh is currently under the table, so I'm going to take over commentary for a little bit.
All right, sorry about that. I had to plug in the old power source.
So what do you think about the way Derek is laying out his hand? I've never seen the 6 in one line and then one above one randomly.
Okay, so I'm thinking he's symbolizing a middle finger here, mainly at us.
Who do you think is more directed at, me or you?
I don't know. If he can hear us complaining about his slow play, maybe equally both of us. Maybe it's just that Twitch chat. I know Derek has a very special place in his heart for Twitch chat.
Oh yeah. If anyone doesn't know, Derek is Misplaced Ginger on Twitch.
He actually followed me recently. I felt starstruck.
He followed you?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. Imagine being
by Ginger?
Yeah, Misplaced Ginger. That's crazy.
That's when you know you've made it.
That's how I know I've made it.
It's actually insane. I hope one day he follows me.
Tight play is to go to the bathroom if your opponent is taking a long time to shuffle, so you get a time extension. Actually genius right there.
That's actually genius.
Actually, that's not a forehead moment. That's like
Ace
a 12
and
head.
deuce, that's actually just... That's actually Galaxy Brain.
That's 5
Can
head,
we transfer it over to him?
5 head is heck.
Oh man. Shuffle cam going strong still.
Yeah.
Do you ever just shuffle and then hit turns? You ever shuffle into turns?
I can't say I have. I tend to not be a person who doesn't really like draws in my life. Like I try to play as briskly as possible.
Same here. Like I think I'm one of the fastest players in the area. For
Absolutely,
sure.
They call you fast hands Dollywall.
Yeah, I don't actually think I've ever drawn a match in my life either.
Derek's still gonna shuffle. Maybe Derek. Do you think Derek does shuffles for 5 minutes, sends a message to his opponent?
Yeah. And you just gotta do it right back to them, right?
Just gotta meme him right
You
back.
gotta let them know that you don't even need a win.
Derek's saying, "Yeah, whatever, man. It's just a MCQ. I'll qualify for a Magic Online something." I'm surprised Derek still knows how to shuffle.
Oh wait, I thought he was mulliganing to 5. He has
mulligan at
6
6?
cards up. That's actually the.
What?
I have no idea what's happening. I thought we had already gone through 2 mulligans.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely saw him shuffle while Derek had his 7, so it's a little odd. All right, we're gonna get underway. Shockland Duress is gonna be for Derek, most likely. We're going to see a Narset, a cast down, a hostage taker. Is that a Cry of the Carnarium?
Yep. See, I like this by Derek. So first thing he did when his opponent revealed their hand is started writing down names. I know a lot of people will just look at the hand, figure out what to take, and then start writing down the cards. But if you start writing them down as you think, it just saves a bunch of time in these spots. And yeah, if I'm him, I'm definitely taking the Narset. Now your opponent's hand only has ways to deal with creatures. So if you can land a Planeswalker, it's just going to be incredible.
Right.
And your opponent has no way to get ahead on cards.
Right. We're going to see if Derek, probably still going to run out. Oh, Thought Erasure. That's pretty good.
Yep.
So he picked up a land there, so same hand. We're going to see if Derek wants to take. Basically what he takes, depending on what he has.
I think it's just Hostage Taker is the most powerful card.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I see a Teferi in Derek's hand.
Which is pretty good against Hostage Taker, actually.
Absolutely.
You get to bounce whatever they cast. So yeah, I don't see Cameron winning this game if Derek can land something like a 5-mana Teferi anytime soon or something like that.
I'll be honest, I don't see either player winning this game. I think this game...
That's also fair. Actually, Derek surveilled a 5-mana Teferi into the graveyard. So he's either looking for lands or already has one.
Or he's looking for a quicker way to close the game out, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. It's going to be hard to close the game out quickly, though, with your opponent having Cry the Carnarium and Cast Down in hand.
Yep, absolutely. Discovery Dispersal going to be the play for Derek. Get the Surveil 2, then draw a card.
I think I just put... I guess he's keeping both. He has a D-Spark, I think, that he just put on top, and then a Discovery Dispersal underneath.
Okay. D-Spark's going to be good for answering a 5-mana Planeswalker that your opponent might have this turn. So
or
I
a
understand.
6-mana Planeswalker the turn after.
Ooh. All right, nice, good play, good play.
He's also holding up a Dovin's Veto, it looks like.
Okay, and there's the 3-mana Teferi.
So yeah, now Cameron's hand effectively does nothing. I believe he has the Cry of the Carnarium, Cast Down, and possibly one more card.
Yep. And he just drew a land, I believe, there.
Yeah, this is not looking great for him. I think he has a land. Yeah, he has a Glacial Fortress.
Instant speed discovery
Woo!
dispersal.
You ever do that?
I never have. I can't say.
I actually wouldn't have done that either.
Oh, that's impressive, though. I wish I was that good at Magic.
I don't think I've actually ever cast a sorcery spell at instant speed on Teferi.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't lived yet.
I haven't.
All right, so it looks like Derek picked up a copy of the Elder Spell, and he's just going to play a Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. Now, this is a 20-turn clock. I think this card pings for 1.
Yep.
Perfect.
I mean, that'll get you there at some point.
Yep.
Especially when you start lightning healing into your opponent with Othakaya and rebuying it.
Absolutely.
I think that's the game plan.
Yeah, do you think Derek has both of them in his deck still, the Oath of Kaias?
Oh, 100%. So I think what Derek's plan here is to be at 40 and his opponent to be at 0.
Oh, okay.
Through Sorin and Othakaya.
And we just saw Teferi get cast. Dovin's Veto going to be slammed there. He's going to say no to that bad boy.
Yeah, I think as soon as Derek gets his own 5-mana Teferi or something, he's going to start running away with this.
Derek looks like he's going to downtick, just drawing a card.
Yeah, he just needs to find a threat. I think that was another... Okay, that's 3-mana Teferi. So I think what's going to end up happening is that he's going to minus his Teferi again next turn and then cast the other 3-mana Teferi. He just really needs to find a threat. He's aware that, there's not a lot of time on the clock, so...
Yeah. Looks like he's just going to play it now, maybe. Oh, nope.
I mean, as soon as he has an Elder Spell in hand. As soon as he draws a 5-mana Teferi, he's just going to ult it, and then there's a chance that Cameron will concede if he realizes that there's no way for him to win.
Right. Oh, that's a hero. We have a threat.
We have a hero.
It's going to die immediately, but we have a threat. All right.
Well, Sorin gets to keep bringing it back unless it gets exiled by Cry the Canary.
Right. Which it probably will.
Yeah, I'd expect that to happen.
Cameron, definitely not looking great.
Not
here.
sure about this cast down.
You don't like it? Do you prefer the Cry because of the Sorin play?
I think I would cry because now Sorin's just going to bring it back.
I think I'd cry because Cameron's about to cry because he didn't cry. You know what I'm saying?
Does anyone in chat know what Josh is talking about at any point?
No, never. All right, that's going to be a down tick here. Derek's going to look for a win condition. That's a Liliana Dreadhorde General.
That's a win condition if I ever saw one.
No. So again, a slow win condition, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Misa will, in fact, close the game out. Sorin going to down tick, going to reanimate that, make it a vampire, I believe.
Does that actually happen? I don't think that happens.
I think it changes.
I think you're just making things up.
No. There's no way.
Is that a vampire? Is that what that was?
Is that what it was? All right, it's very going to be played here for Cameron. We'll see if that resolves. Derek has an answer to it. I know he has a D-Spark to answer him once it is in play, but...
So I'm looking up this Sorin text.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is a vampire in addition to it.
Yeah, of course you said that. Yeah, you're
types.
genius. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just a master of this format, little known master.
Looks like he's tucking something. A D-Spark going to be cast in response.
Yeah, just Teferi just giving something to the good old tuck.
Wait, Teferi's literally tucking himself. He just tucked the other Teferi.
You ever just tuck yourself, dude?
You just tuck yourself. All right, but Derek has another Teferi, so this is actually not going to do anything. Going to attack in for 3 here.
I think this is Derek's game to win and Cameron's game to draw.
Yeah, if Cameron is going to play for the draw, maybe he might just concede.
Yeah.
We're just going to see probably the other.
I think at 0-1-1, you're still in contention at 8 rounds, but I don't know. In these spots, I just lean towards conceding because you're so far behind.
Right. Oh, are we going to get to see the famous draw step? Thought seize the thing. What's it called again? Thought Erasure?
Thought Erasure?
Oh, no, just main phase. Into it. Good. Catch this Dovin's Veto, he says. It's going to let Derek get to play his Teferi at least.
I think Derek probably should have cast the... No, I guess not. If he cast Teferi first, it would get Dovin's Veto.
Yeah.
So I guess it's better to lead on Thought Erasure.
Absolutely. It's going to be a bunch of 1-1s. Terry's going to go upstairs and pass the turn right back.
Yeah. Can we get a check on timing round, if possible? I guess if they go into turns, we're going to see a die in play, so we'll know when they're in turns.
Yeah, there's a lot of dice in play. None of them, I think, are signifying turns right now. So
yeah, this should be the Cry the Canary. Derek really needs a Dovin's Veto here to... Oh, okay.
Nope.
Doesn't look like he has it.
Unfortunate.
This is why I think I would have cried earlier. He'd be up a cast down.
Yeah. And then the hero wouldn't even got to come back, right? This wouldn't have been an issue ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna Liliana. He should Liliana, Elder Spell his own Planeswalkers, and then ult his Liliana.
Okay.
And then the game just ends.
Wait, let me read the Elder Spell. How does the spell work?
So he can just Elder Spell his own Planeswalkers, and then each of the ones that he Elder Spells will add 2 loyalty to Liliana. So he can play Liliana, Elder Spell Narset, and Elder Spell Sorin.
Okay.
Put Liliana to 10, and then -9 Liliana to kill all his opponent's lands.
Which would be basic
aside
game.
from one, which is essentially game.
Yeah. However, if his opponent does have a way to interact, that is really bad.
It looks like he's probably going to Elder Spell his Teferi if he's drawing first.
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters, but yeah, Thought Erasure might as well.
Play safe.
Yeah, take your opponent's Teferi, and then I think you should just ult his Liliana and then win from there.
Yep. I don't believe he can do it this turn, though, unless this was end of turn.
No, he can't do it this turn because he just tapped his mana for Thought Erasure.
But he definitely still should put this Liliana
Yeah,
in play.
I'm not sure why he Thought Erasure first. He has a Teferi in play. Like, his opponent can't do anything. Thanks.
Shout out to Dave Rude. Right.
Keeping us hydrated.
Keeping us hydrated.
Yeah.
There's the Liliana.
Also, I don't know. I think with Teferi out, you should have just
gone for it?
Yeah, because your opponent can't do anything, right?
Right. They can't respond.
Yeah.
Maybe Derek thought about this. This is a long game that they're playing.
It is a long game, that's for sure.
Even the best players can make small mistakes. All right, here we're just going to untap here. Cameron needs a miracle.
Oh! That's Elder Spell off the top.
Oh, no. Okay.
This is actually Derek. This is Derek getting punished. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Cameron just do Elder Spell. This is Derek getting punished.
My god. Plague wind you.
So if Derek had just ulted his Liliana last turn, unless we don't know that he has Elder Spell,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has an Elder Spell in hand though, right?
Yeah, we know
that's
Derek
what it
has
is.
Elder
Yeah. So if Derek last turn had Elder Spelled his walkers and ulted Liliana,
The game would have just been over.
the game would have just been over. But this gave Cameron a spot to draw his own Elder Spell.
Yep.
So it's looking like they're gonna draw now.
Yeah, actually. Like, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was a pretty crazy draw for sure. I mean, Cameron could legitimately win the game from this spot if it goes on for a while longer.
And, like, playing for a draw is much more likely now.
Yeah.
Right, because you've basically demand 15 for 1 to your opponent. That Elder Spell. Wow.
Oh, it's powerful magic.
Othakaya going to be the take off this Narset minus. Cameron is only at 12 life, so I mean, 4 Othakayas later. Spells end of the game. Okay, can Sorin reanimate Planeswalkers?
If only.
Okay, can't. Alright.
I mean, he is on an 11-turn clock, and he has an Othakaya.
Yeah, like, Derek is still favored to win this game. But
I think
like,
Derek's definitely on the burn plan here.
Yeah. Cameron has no cards in hand, though, I don't think.
There's the Contempt.
Top deck Contempt.
Honestly, I think I'm just contempting the Narset here.
Yeah, so you can't find... Yeah, the
Like
Sorin
Sorin just does nothing.
Yep, Sorin is not doing anything there. We got a duress here from Derek. It's going to be a down tick on the Narset.
Also, like, one of Cameron's best draws is like Chemistry's Insight, which gets turned off now.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, actually. Like, the Sorin doesn't do anything. Another discard spell for Derek. Cameron's sitting empty-handed. Othakaya says, take 3.
Okay, so I don't know if this is right, because Cameron should definitely be bringing in Thief of Sanity, and Derek should know that Cameron is bringing in Thief of Sanity.
Yeah.
So I really don't like just firing off Othakaya.
Yep, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, yeah, if your opponent just plays a Thief, like, it's so bad for you.
Pretty Shrek. We saw Derek cast a Thought Erasure on his turn to surveil a card to the graveyard.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a draw step here from Derek.
Is that just game because the time's over?
Is time up?
Yeah.